If you have been debating whether to upgrade your ATEM Mini or Mini Pro to the ATEM Mini Extreme or Extreme ISO, I have two words for you. Do it. Do it. Do it. This thing is absolutely incredible. If you've been using one of the less expensive ATEM Minis, you will immediately notice a difference when you start using the Extreme, because there are just some killer features in here that make all the difference in the world. So I'm going to break this down into my 3 favorite upgrades that this ATEM Extreme provides. Number 1, headphone jack. This is literally huge. So right now I'm actually monitoring my audio in the headphones through the ATEM Extreme. I can hear everything crystal clear. There's no delay, 0 latency, and I have all the audio going through my SSL2 Plus, my USB audio interface. I just have it connected through the headphone out. I've got like I think it's the headphones. I've got headphones A and headphones B, so I was able to connect to the headphones B, send that out to the ATEM Mini Extreme, and I have 0 issues whatsoever. I did put some EQ in there, some little bit of processing on within the ATEM software itself. I think I put a compressor, EQ, limiter, just real basic stuff, maybe an expander too. But anyways, I think the audio sounds great. The other thing I did have to do, I should mention here, is I had to put some like de-hummer things. I don't know, I'll put a link in the description down below to the things that I purchased, but it made a difference because the line level that's coming out of the USB audio interface, for whatever reason, is not terrific. And there was a little bit of hum in there. I could hear it anyways. So I decided to purchase these, and they were like $50, $55, something like that. And it's made a big difference in terms of getting rid of that hum. So you get a real nice, clean audio signal coming out of your USB audio interface. Headphone jack. I have absolutely no idea why they don't include this on every single ATEM Mini. It is, in my opinion, an absolute requirement to be considered a serious piece of hardware for self-production, which is what I do here in my office. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you agree with this or not? Do you think it's something that should be included in all models, or do you think that you should have to pay for the Extreme in order to get this particular feature? But it doesn't matter because they made a decision and they got me, right? So I ended up spending the extra $500, $600, $700 that it cost to get this one as opposed to the less expensive models. Well, I upgraded. So anyways, doesn't matter. That is the number 1 feature. Have to have it. Okay. Number 2. Number 2 has to do with the sheer number of inputs. A lot of people think that 4 is enough, but once you get started in doing videos like this for YouTube or for your business, you realize that 4 is very, very limiting. And it's not necessarily with the cameras themselves, but it's more for the other things that you want to do and add into the mix that with only 4 inputs you really can't do. I'll just go through my cameras here real quick. So this is the main camera that you're looking at. This is a Fuji X-H1. And again, this is the main camera that I have on input 1. On input 2, I've got a Fuji X-T4. And again, this is kind of like a straight webcam-ish view. I also have a super wide view. This is an X-T20 that I have with my 10-24 lens, and I've got it all the way pulled back to 10 millimeters. So that's the equivalent of, I want to say 15 millimeters, full frame equivalent. And then the last camera that I have is this one over here, and this is the X100V. So you can see those are the 4 camera inputs that I have. And if I was using the ATEM Mini or the ATEM Mini Pro, the ATEM Mini Pro ISO, that would be it. I'd be done. I wouldn't be able to do anything else. But since I've got additional HDMI inputs here, I can add additional devices. So for instance, I can add my computer, right? So if I'm doing some type of demonstration, or if I'm reading an article and I just want to, follow along like Casper, follow the bouncing ball, whatever it was. I'm dating myself. Oh my goodness. I could also add a little picture-in-picture in here, but there's another feature that I'm going to get to next, which is even better for that. And then lastly, I've got another thing hooked up here, and this is my iPad, right? So this is phenomenal. So if I put on a picture-in-picture here, see me, I can move it up to the right. I was listening to Leclerc earlier, who won pole position at the Bahrain Grand Prix, which is Pretty awesome. So if I press play and then I turn on the audio.
In the best way possible.
Yeah, so there he is. So there's Max. So if I was watching this video, I could do some type of commentary on it if I wanted to.
And then of course you can't really attack the corner like you want. It's the reality. I think I've been
Carlos Sainz. You know, so this is a super duper feature. It really is a great feature having this many inputs to have the ability to just add other things. So like a PC, like an iPad. If there's any other device that is, you could add a GoPro. I've done that in the past where you can have a GoPro connected to the ATEM. I found that the picture quality in the GoPro was not so good, so I decided to not use that in my mix here. But you know, who knows? Maybe I'll add it at some point just as another camera. I have it, might as well use it, right? So that is the second one, just having the 8 inputs. And then the third feature that is just really a game changer, especially for anyone who's used to using OBS, which I am myself. I used to use OBS all the time. It is riddled with software bugs and issues and just, I don't know, it was very unstable. So it seemed like half the time I went to record, I could record an entire video, look over and see that the record button somehow had gotten paused. I didn't pause it, but somehow it had paused. So everything that I just talked about for like the past 5-10 minutes is gone. It didn't get recorded. So this happens to be the ISO version, which I think is $300 more than the standard Extreme, but it is worth every penny because you have the ability to record all of your inputs, all in sync. Everything is done. You don't have to think about anything in post. It even creates a project file with the different transitions that you've put in there. But personally, I don't even use that file. I just take the 8 files or the 6 files in this case, since I only have 6 inputs. I just throw them into Adobe Premiere and create a multi-camera sequence, and that's it. It's easy, done. All the audio is synced. I just choose channel 1. I'm just using the one microphone here, so everything is synced. But anyways, I'm getting way off topic. The third feature that I want to talk about is Super Source. So that is the equivalent of kind of what you could do with OBS, where you could put different things in different spots, but it's hardware based. And I can't stress enough how important that is to make sure that you don't have any hiccups here. So let me just press this, get you into Super Source. So this is what it looks like, right? So I can, right now I've selected on one side, I've got the my PC showing up, and then on the other 2 boxes, I've got I think camera 1 and camera 3. But you can mix it up. You can do whatever you want. You can set a background. I think I set a background here of the like a picture I had of the Charles River because I'm here in Boston. But anyways, there's so many things you can do with Super Source. I'm like literally just like scratching the surface here. So those are my 3 things. Again, the microphone, not the microphone, the headphone jack, 8 inputs, and the Super Source. Those 3 features alone are well worth the investment in the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO in this case. I guess I'll do another video on the ISO functionality, but when I create this video, it's all going to be done with those files, so I'm not going to really have to think about anything. And you don't even have to like disconnect it. I know there's some people that are concerned that they have to like disconnect it and they connect it to the computer. You can just set up a simple FTP client and set it to synchronized. Go in there, press synchronize. All of the files will download. Easy peasy. It's really no sweat. I mean, this literally is called the Random channel. There's a reason for that because I'm not super tech savvy. So having the ability to just do things that are fairly simple and easy, that is a huge plus for me. So this greatly reduces the amount of time that I would have typically spent producing a video like this. And time is money. So, I mean, this is huge. And again, I use this for my business. I'm in real estate, and having the ability to quickly put out good content that looks professional, is engaging, using multiple camera views is awesome. It really is. So again, if you are considering, if you have the ATEM Mini Pro or the ATEM Mini, I would highly, highly, highly recommend an upgrade to the Extreme. You will not be disappointed. And the other thing that I can't quite put my finger on that I think is real, but maybe not, is that it seems like the mic inputs are a little bit cleaner than they were in the ATEM Mini that I had. So maybe it's just my imagination. It probably is. I'm sure they're all the same, but for whatever reason, this seems to perform better than the one that I had previously, which was just the simple ATEM Mini. Anyways, that's all I have. If you did enjoy this video, make sure that you smash that like button. I'll hit all the cameras here. And also click the subscribe button down below to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching. Take care.